I think there's a skill to being urgently patient. Those are two words that don't really combine well together, but they both have their own traits that make them so unique and so valuable. The trait of urgency. It's something every entrepreneur tries to embody. They try and create this urgency, this scarcity in their market, in themselves, in their goals, and they try and create ways to elicit action in themselves by creating urgency. When there's more urgency, people are forced to make decisions. And so when there's urgency in your life, you have to make better decisions. You have to make more decisions, and you are forced to find a way. Yet, we also should embody patience. Patience just being present, being okay with things how they are now, and being okay with the difference in time between us and what we want to achieve, us and what we want. When we're okay with that time difference, we are living more presently. I see a lot of people who can't live presently. They can't be patient. They want the future now, and that is what causes them great distress and great pain. They want something that they do not have, and they place a high level of importance on needing it now, and so they doubt, they worry, and they create this negative spiral, wondering if it's ever going to happen or wanting it to happen sooner. This lack of patience is a lack of trust. It's a lack of faith in the universe and God, in the present moment. It's a lack of being okay with who you are now and wanting yourself to be different in some sort of way. But when we can embody patience, we are building that level of trust, building that level of faith with ourselves and with the universe. But when you lack that patience, like I mentioned, it's just that lack of trust and faith. We feel like we are not the type of person we want to be. We do not have the things that we feel as though we need to have, and so we feel the need to rush it. We feel the need to future pace it, and that's what ruins our patience. Patience is such a beautiful trait because it allows you to just be okay with the present moment, with who you are now. But then where does urgency come in? Because don't we want urgency towards our goals? Don't we want to have a reason to push and go harder for our goals and take more action and to do the actions we need to do now? Yes. But how can we blend the two? How can we blend the urgency that we need to hit our goals and take the actions that we need to take, as well as mix the patience of being okay with the present moment and not always looking towards the future? Because when we're not in the present moment, we're creating those problems. You're creating more of that stress. Urgency can create stress, but if we can use urgency to our positive advantage and align with it, we can use it in a way that's going to benefit us. To break this down better, I think we need to better describe what urgency means. Yes, we need to take the action that is necessary to reach our goals, but how can we reframe urgency to be something positive instead of coming from a place of lack, where it comes from for most people? They're urgent to reach success because they don't already have. They're not operating from abundance, and they don't believe in themselves in some sort of way, so they feel this need to rush towards the future. Well, if we can just switch urgency, which is just doing the actions we know we should be doing to reach our goals, to discipline, and better frame discipline as this source of self-love, we then can just view urgency as self-love. We're doing the actions we know we need to take in a specific manner because we want to reach our goals when we can reach them, when they're meant to happen. And we can't truly say we've put our all in until we've taken the action we know we need to take. This sense of urgency should not come from a place of lack. You're urgent to reach your goals. You're operating at your highest level and doing the action you know you need to take because you love yourself, because you know you want to reach your goals when they're meant to be. And so you take the relentless action that you need to take because you cannot wait for things to come. You are already abundant, and you know you're just realizing everything that's meant to be, operating from this level of abundance. Ed Milet, I once heard talk about hunger. He views hunger as this really great trait, and I don't doubt him. But I think hunger from a sense of self-love. Set your intention for the urgency, for the hunger. What is it that it's driving you to do? Do you already feel like the type of person who has what you want to achieve? Because if not, then you're operating from some sense of lack. You're trying to escape the present into the future to gain a feeling that you don't have. What feeling can we give ourselves now and then operate from this self-loving flow state that we can describe as urgency, hunger to reach our goals? A lot of these words that people will use are meant to be used in a positive manner, but we often have negative connotations and labels that we place on them. Urgency, hunger, these don't have to be negative things. I don't think they have to be operated from a level of lack. But when we operate from abundance and do these things, and then implement patience, we are then able to transcend it and use it to our advantage and drive us towards this higher level of alignment. Because alignment is what we really want. Alignment is simply operating as our future self as if it's already done. Operating as the highest version of ourselves because we feel as though we are them now. Being the version of ourselves we want to be today. And so that's where patience comes in. The future version of ourselves wouldn't rush something they know is coming. If you knew your goals were already done and you're doing the actions, you wouldn't rush it. When you order something on Amazon, you don't hope and pray that the box is going to come to you, that whatever you ordered is going to show up. You know it's going to show up. And this is the same with patience. Belief creates the patience that allows us to stay in the present moment. And the present moment is where we're actually taking the action and utilizing the sense of urgency and hunger that we've created. Urgency and hunger being the actions that we know we need to take, doing the decisions we know we should make, and patience allows us to stay present and focused in this moment because we already know our goals have achieved. Again, it's that trust, it's that faith that everything has already happened. You don't hope and pray that Amazon's going to deliver your package. You trust and have faith that it's going to show up at your door because you ordered it. When you order food at a restaurant, you don't hope and pray that the server is going to bring it out to you. You know and have trust and faith that it's going to come to you. And how can we do the same with our goals? How can we create that same level of belief that gives us the patience to stay present and urgent so that we can take the actions that we know we need to take? And it simply just comes from being that person now. If the higher version of yourself isn't rushing, isn't in need of a future because they already have in abundance, what actions are you taking now that don't align with that? What are you doing? Are you dreading having to wake up in the morning because you don't want to do the work? You wish you could wait. You're wishing for the end of the week. That was such a huge one for me. I would always wish for the end of the week. At every Monday, I'd wake up and be like, I can't wait for Friday. I just can't wait to escape. I wanted to find more escapes, which is just avoiding doing the work I know I need to do because I don't give myself the feeling I know I want to feel. Escaping, which is having the weekend or feeling comfortable, was this emotional addiction that I had to slacking off, to not doing the work I knew I needed to do because I viewed work as stressful and I built up all these negative emotions of being on the journey. I was not patient for my goals. I needed them because I did not feel as I already had them. And so I used the weekends as these almost emotional retreats because my weeks were so stressful because I kept creating the stress. Well, that's not aligned with my future self. How did I realign? Well, I started viewing work more as an opportunity, as a journey that I was on, as something that I was working towards. I'm so grateful I get to wake up every day and do this. I stopped looking at the clock. I stopped worrying about what time it was, whether it was the end of the day, what I could be doing. I set the intention for my work days. I knew my reasons why. I got extremely clear on why I was doing the work, and so it was never fruitless. There were never days to where I started dreading it being a certain time because I was always present and grateful for this moment, and I continued to move along there. And that was an instant. That wasn't something that I just instantly gained because I had this realization, this mindset click. The click is the first part. Learning and the understanding, that is step number one. How are you going to apply it? And when it fails, when it doesn't work, when you've been consistent and you're still not seeing the results, are you patient enough to continue taking more action? Are you patient enough to still be urgent for your goals? Are you patient enough to love yourself even when it's tough? Because that's what makes the biggest difference. When it's challenging, are you still willing to follow the values, morals, actions, and habits you know you should be following? And most people aren't. And they'll have to go through that mindset cycle all over again of finding the click, having the realization, and then needing to take the action even when it's not easy. And so, make the decision today. Do you want to take the action and begin making the progress? Because that's what's going to make the biggest difference in your patience and your urgency and how you operate your life. Patient urgency has the power to transform your life. Are you present in this moment and taking the action you know you need to take? If not, what action are you not taking? Get clear on that action. And if you're not present in this moment, find where you continuously try and escape. We use our thoughts and our mind to escape into the future and worry. Sometimes worrying makes us comfortable. We think as though if we worry more, if we doubt more, if we come up with more fake scenarios in our head, it'll make us be more well prepared for when it shows up. But when we do that, we're just creating those scenarios. Take time to just be grateful for now. Take time to reflect every day on how today was amazing. Stop worrying about what next week's going to hold or what you're going to do this weekend, and focus on how you're going to make today an amazing day, and do that every day with consistency. And you'll be less focused on wondering what you're going to do this weekend or how nice it's going to be when you get off work, and more concerned with how can I be grateful for right now? How can I make today an amazing day? And you'll create more of those amazing days. Those days to where we look towards the future and we're worried about the weekend and the vacation we're going to take, we're not living presently. We want the future to come sooner. We're trying to rush it because we don't give ourselves the feelings we want. Those weekends, those vacations, they're all just trying to give you an emotion that you're not giving yourself now. There's some sort of void that you are trying to fill, and that void we need to fill ourselves. Not with some 6-pack of beer on a Saturday night with our friends and a nice joint. Not some video games, staying up till 4 a.m., screwing off and not doing the work you know you need to do. Whatever it may be, stop filling these voids with these vices, with these addictions, and start filling them with the positive emotions that you want to give yourself, that you want to feel, and I guarantee it'll transform your life, because it has for me. And so, take some action on this. If you've had that new understanding, that new click, that realization, take action on it, because I know you've had it before. I know you've had some sort of realization and you haven't taken action on it. I need you to start doing that. Even when it's tough, even when it's challenging, I need you to push. Because I guarantee you're going to be thankful you did and have something new to be grateful for when you overcome that tough time and when you continue to make more progress. And so, keep working on it, my brother. I know you have it in you. You have everything you need inside of you. There's no void you need filled externally. You can fill it internally with your own decisions. Be patient for the future. Be urgent on the decisions you're going to take today. Love yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.